So let us see how PQAI helps you save time when you are doing a prior art search by making it easier for you to navigate the landscape of the prior art and finding the relevant information much faster and spending less time on the irrelevant information. So you must have already seen that whenever you run a search on any patent database, you always get hundreds and thousands of results, and in case of prior art searches, it's only one or two of them which would be actually relevant to your query and which would be directly disclosing the features of your invention. When you have such a long list of results, then it becomes very troublesome to open up each of the results and then find how it is relevant. Because on the search page, usually what you see is only small snippets where only the keywords in your query are highlighted, and it is not easy, particularly in case of patents, to just see those small snippets and then decide whether this result is going to be relevant or not. And for keyword type of searches, it's like every result is going to contain the keywords that you ran, so it is next to impossible to decide whether a result is relevant or not. Patents also do not have good descriptive titles, and that is also one of the big reasons why you have to spend a lot of time going through irrelevant results and their full text to understand which parts of it are relevant, if there are any. And this can take up a lot of time. So the underlying problem is that the time that you spend on reading irrelevant results and then discarding them basically outweighs by a big factor the time that you actually spend on reading results that are really relevant to your query. That means for many of the searches, it is common for researchers to spend maybe 80 or 90% of their time just going through the noise that has been created during the search process. So what does PQAI do to address this problem? PQAI actually makes it easier for you to judge the relevance of a patent right from the search page, so that you don't have to spend time reading the full text of the document and finding the relevant sections. It does so by going through the full text of the document for you and then finding complete sentences which are most relevant to each part of your query, as you can see on the screen. So if you are describing a head-mounted display, then PQAI can go through the full text of the document and then find out references to something similar to that, which you can see here is not a word-to-word mapping, but an apparatus that fits on the user's head. And then it shows you which is the best match for any particular element within your query. By looking at this kind of a mapping, which you must have also seen in claim charts that are very often used, you would see that you can judge which parts of the query are available in this document, which ones are not, depending on which you can reliably tell whether this document is one which is relevant to me and which I should read in more detail, or is this just noise. By doing so, PQAI can save you a majority of the time that you spend in doing a prior art search, and it helps you go through many more documents much more quickly than you would normally be able to do on other search engines.